Before we start, I'm sorry if this video seems like a mess or if I didn't fully get my points across. This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm not really a game critic, but just a casual guy who sometimes likes video games. This will be just a start into hopefully something better in the future. We'll see. Alright, on with the video. Welcome to Highguard. I know I'm like 50 billion years late to this, whatever, shut up, it's my channel and I'll do whatever I want, whenever I want. Welcome to Game or Slop, a new experimental series where I take a look at seemingly mid games and I decide if it's actually not bad, / overheated, or if it really is garbage. Game or Slop. This series premiere starts off with a game that was the internet's favourite punching bag for a while, Highguard, which was a new breed of shooter by Wildlight Entertainment, a newly formed studio consisting of previous Titanfall / Apex Legends developers, which is now fucking gone, so rip. This video is just going to be me focusing on the game itself and what I think of it. I'll try not to keep it too long since I already know you fuckers don't even care about Highguard anymore since it died. Section 1 is me reviewing the game day 1 at launch, sort of first impressions. Section 2 is me reviewing the game after some updates, the bulk of my playtime. Section 3 is me playing the game with its final update and my feelings overall. Before I start, I want to preface something. I am not really a huge gamer anymore. I don't play most multiplayer titles like Overwatch, Valorant and stuff like that, and I only occasionally play a single player here and there, or co-op / multiplayer with my buddies. I just don't play multiplayer games by myself, I just find it to be so boring. So basically, I'm a filthy fucking casual. Don't expect me to do more multiplayer games in this potential new series. Maybe. Also, all footage you see is on an Xbox Series X.
Welcome to Highguard.
After seeing the shit at the Game Awards, the hate the trailer got, and the fact it was made by fucking former Titanfall devs, we just knew we had to play this. We would install it, laugh at how bad it would be, and probably just move on. The most surprising thing at launch was that we just couldn't immediately get into the servers, which was weird because I thought no one would install it. Nearly 100,000 people did. On launch. That was surprising. At least on Steam. There was a tutorial, but who cares at this point? Let's just get into the first match. My immediate first impression was, why the fuck is there no FFV slider? Dear gaming industry, we are in the later half of the 2020s. No FFV slider, especially in multiplayer games, is completely unacceptable. Come on! Thankfully they added that in later, but fucking hell man. Also the screen was kind of blurry for some reason, like there was Vaseline on the screen. Thankfully they also passed that out as well. The performance, well at least on the Series X, was okay, but I did see some frame drops here and there. This would smoothen out in the later updates however. The heroes, or wardens in this case, are actually not badly designed. This is mainly because I always think of Concord for LiveServe's multiplayer designs. That was bad. I know the main criticism is that they look generic, and yeah, some of them do, like John Highguard and Slade, but then you have Scarlet and damn. Okay, this is a good character design, full of huge personality and charm. The wardens have their mounts, which can be called any time to ride across the map. You can equip a horse, a bear, a panther, a wolf, and if you spend a little money, you can get a griffin, barghast, and a moonbrune. I only ever saw a single person actually spend money on the griffin. No one bought the other mount bundles. I hope they got the refund. The gunplay is actually pretty good, and it feels very smooth. It's clear a lot of work went into this aspect, and it is definitely one of the main aspects I like the first. During this time, I used the Dynasty and Kraken as it was the default loadout. Shooting enemies and killing them just felt so fucking satisfying, even if both of you are just locked into one place while slowly just moving left and right. Okay, although I said the gunplay was pretty good, the only good weapons in this game are the Vanguard, Corsair, and maybe the Sniper if you're good at sniping. That would not be me. It's not that the other guns were bad, except the Kraken, that one just plain sucks dick. It's just that the Vanguard was severely OP, with very little recoil and could shoot at long distances. You could pretty much win near every single gunfight with it, especially the Corsair. Oh boy, this thing was correct. Very fast to shoot, little recoil, and insane damage. You'd be insane not to equip the Corsair at some point, especially with it at higher rarities. Oh, there's a rarity system. I suppose this is just a staple of modern shooters now. For me, I don't like it, but I can understand the presence here. Higher the rarity, the more damage a weapon could do, and more defense you have in your armor, blah blah blah. I've barely played Apex, but I can say that the movement here isn't too shabby. It ain't no Titanfall 2, that's for sure, but it was serviceable. Although I felt like it could have been snappier. Okay, so what is this game about? This game has several stages to it. Stage 1 is the preparation phase, where you go around the map collecting better loot and to mine Vesper, this in-game currency. You do a mini-game every time to mine it, which can get a little annoying, but once you figure out the timing, it isn't so bad. Although I felt like this was done in order to pad out the gameplay, since otherwise you're just going around a giant map with little to nothing in it. Vesper is used to buy new weapons and equipment with higher rarity in the shops that are in the base and around the maps. That's another thing. The maps are just eh. And considering it was meant to be 3v3, they just feel really empty. I felt like they should have been smaller. I feel like that there should have been more competition between the loot. Going from a grey Vanguard to stepping inside the base for like 10 seconds just to get a blue Vanguard from a chest just makes no sense. If both teams had to go to a location and fight for the loot, it would have made for more interesting matches instead of the game just giving you a free higher rarity. This was technically done in the case for mining Vesper, although I feel like this should have been more focused on. One thing I forgot to say is that the base defense was a bit weak. You go up to walls and hold X to reinforce. Cool, this makes them stronger, but that's pretty much all you can do. I wish they added more defense options to make the raids much more of a challenge, maybe even turrets, although I suppose Una can do that with their spirits. Just a thought. Stage 2 is the shield breaker phase. The shield breaker forms and it is up to you or one of the members of your team to get it to the enemy's base to break their base's shield. If done successfully, the final stage begins, the raid stage. You either have to blow up the generators in the base, or if you're getting raided, defend them. There's generator A, generator B, and the anchor stone. At launch, if you successfully destroy one generator, your team could go to the other generator and then pretty much win the game if you got them at a deadlock. If the opposing team was shit, this was pretty much a guaranteed win near every single time. Good if you're attacking, pretty darn annoying if you're defending. However, if you target the anchor stone, then it would take 60 seconds to destroy instead of 40 seconds for both generators. So it was pretty much a no-brainer just to target the anchor stone every single time. Although it was fun to troll the other team by winning with the anchor stone every single time, for me, this was poorly designed, and this should have been addressed during playtesting. They did patch this out so if a team destroyed a generator, the raid would end and they would have to start another raid to destroy another generator. The anchor stone would also now take 80 seconds to destroy. This was a pretty good change, as it allowed for matches to last longer than like 5 minutes, and that's the game. Just one mode, same 3 stages, you upgrading your shit to higher rarities every single time. To me, I didn't mind it and I still thought it was pretty fun. During this time, I main Slade because for some reason I was able to get the most kills out of him. As him. Somehow. Looking back on it, he's kind of mid. So, don't know how I did that. I was actually having a decent time with this. I was shocked, honestly. I fully expected to just hit it and move on, but I actually wouldn't mind to continue playing this. However, not long after, it became a much needed patch. The suspiciously quick patch addressed something we all knew the game should have had. More players, this time with 5v5. Me and my friend tried it out and yeah, this is much better. So much better that we didn't even want to go back to 3v3. This, alongside a few more updates, were the vast majority of our playtime with Highguard. New bases, a new map, a new warden called Econ, who I'm going to get to in a minute. All of this was good, but it should have been there from the start. Only 8 wardens and a couple of M maps at start was not a very good look. There were 4 maps at launch, which was a bit weak, especially because I only really liked Dustline and Rivermark. Not a good look. The new map that launched later on, Vesper City, is shite and I didn't like the flow of it. Later on, Wildlight would add an Econ who was just like Condor. And I just realized I haven't even explained the wardens yet. Whoops! Let me speedrun this. Redmane can prowl and explode buildings. He sucks. Condor, which awfully sounds close to Concord, can target enemies with her bird. She sucks. Alagus, or John Highguard, can throw electric spears and can hover in the air to shoot lightning spears that can do heavy damage. He's actually not that bad. Kai can form ice walls for cover and turn into an ice beast as his ult. His ult sucks. But the ice walls and ice reinforcements in the base can be useful. Mara can throw soul armor that grants allies an overshield that absorbs damage. She can also sacrifice players to charge her tactical being that she can create a spawn point for the team. She's actually very good. Una can summon spirits that can throw shit at enemies. She can also form a large force spirit that can throw explosive spirits. Combine that with John Highguard's electric spears, and that could be a pretty decent defense for your team's generators. Scarlet. can use the power of sand to open up walls, throw knives, and can temporarily turn invisible. It's amazing what sand can do. Slade throws lava grenades, he can send out a heat wave that damages enemies in direct line of sight, and can send in a firestorm. I don't think I need to explain this one. Econ is just a better Condor. He can target enemies that are damaged and has the most powerful ult, which is targeting and highlighting literally the entire fucking team. Oh, and he can turn into a wolf, which is pretty sigma. And finally, Koldo, who I'll get to later since he came with the final update. After Econ came out, I just mained him for pretty much the rest of the game's lifecycle. He was just that OP. The meta warden, you can say. Econ, Vanguard, and Corsair at higher rarities, mwah. Most beautiful meta loadout for this game. We played for a good chunk here and there, and despite everything I said, I was having an actual good time. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I had actual fun in Highguard. The shooting, the sliding, the rush of attacking and defending. I just really liked the gameplay loop. I guess I'm alone in this. Before I talk about the final update, I do want to bring up some stuff that really pissed me off. I hated the way this game handles AFK players. And by that, I mean they didn't do anything about it. You had some fuck go AFK at the start of your base for no reason? Too bad. You can't full kick them, and there's no AFK timer, so you're essentially boned for the rest of the match. And you can't leave either because you'll get a match penalty. That bloody sucks balls, and Wildlight should have addressed this. Probably with an AFK timer. Another thing is that if you found a match, but one player didn't connect for some reason, the game just kicks everyone back to lobby. Why wasn't there a function where it would replace that person with someone else? Surely someone else would be trying to load in, so why not do that? Especially when the game just launched. This happened on launch. Match will be cancelled.
Okay, it's gonna...
Oh, match is going to get cancelled, isn't it? Yep.
Oh my god, this game has integrity, what the fuck?
Not enough players. Returning players to the lobby. Alright guys, that was our second Highguard match.
Well,
I feel like the gameplay is really starting to develop now. This happened several times and it was a minor annoyance. Oh, I completely forgot about the bases. Okay, so you would have to vote for which base to go with at the start of the match. All you need to know is that Hellraid and Bellringer are the best bases and everything else is either mid or it's King's Lair, which is such dog shit. God, I hate this stupid fucking base and how it takes 500% of your willpower just to even get to the first generator. Fuck King's Lair. All my homies hate King's Lair. Before I forget, the sound design in this game is kinda bad. The footsteps especially, bro, they are so bad. It sounds like it is really close, but the enemy could be outside the building. It is not good, and it was never addressed. I could apply logic here, but why would I do that when I could just make fun of Unreal Engine? So, fuck Unreal Engine. Also, this game is fucking dead. The one game mode got a bit stale though after a while, so Raid Rush was added in later on. This was a new game mode where it's Highguard, but with the first two stages removed. Basically, you either raid the enemy base to win, or you defend the generators at your base. That's it. From the few matches I played, it was kind of fun. Sadly, they took it away shortly after, so it was just back to the one mode. In March, Wildlight announced that Highguard would be taken offline on March 12th, to the dismay of absolutely no one. At this point, the Steam player count was in the 400 to 500 player range. Obviously, this is fucking terrible for a live service game, especially because the live service elements absolutely sucked. The skins are terrible, and the amount of people I saw wearing the premium skins, I could count on one hand. So yeah, it's no surprise that this game was getting shut down. Before that though, Wildlight would release the final patch, which added a new warden, skill tree, and other balances that nerfed the Vanguard slightly, so it recoils more. Despite that, it was still the best weapon to use, so it really didn't change much. The skill tree expanded on the gameplay, like harder reinforced walls, as you can tell by this Christmas color scheme, and the ability to mine Vesper in one hit instead of doing the minigame. Why wasn't this implemented at the start? Oh, I know why. It's because this is a live service game and everything is a minimal viable product now, so they wanted to gradually spoon-feed new features over the year. And as we all know, that didn't fucking happen. Koldo was the last warden to be added to this game and he's fine. He can create a bubble to shield his team and also hold up a shield to block enemy bullets. I played him a couple of times, but I really didn't vibe with this character to be honest. Alice's design was kinda cool, and so was his voice.
A new day shines for us.
What was not cool was this Koldo player just standing at our base, AFK, for literally no goddamn reason. Again, as I said, you can't do anything to AFK players, so seeing this happen not once, but twice in different games was a kick in the balls. Just like the people who actually bought skins for this game. Somehow. Even though the skins for this game suck ass. Apparently, PlayStation players got the refund for the bought skins, which was actually kind of cool to see. Xbox and Steam players got fucked though. So enjoy knowing that you bought a Scarlet skin that will never be used again. And that brings us to the end. I could talk about this game more, and I probably haven't even talked about the other important stuff in this game, but literally no one cares anymore. You can't even play this game anymore. Highguard is dead. Wildlight Entertainment is dead. And now this game will join the ranks of failed live service games that will be mocked and have white guy video essay retrospectives for many moons to come. So now comes the question of this video. Is Highguard game or slop? Despite everything I said in this video, all the criticism that I brought forth, I had a lot of fucking fun with this game. Call me a trash-eating loser, I don't care. I had more fun with this game than in fucking Apex. But sadly, I can't ignore its flaws, and there was a reason for why the player count for this game rapidly dwindled. Highguard is slop, but despite that, it was really fun slop. And had Wildlight implemented this current stuff into the game from day one, as well as new fun features, who knows, it might be still kicking around. Feel free to roast me for my excellent gaming opinions. Again, sorry if this video seems like a mess. This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm not really a game critic, but just a casual guy who sometimes likes video games. I have to say this again because I know people will forget. I'll miss you, Scarlet. Rest in peace. I'll see y'all next time. Fuck, my head hurts.